Listen, the lady I'm about to introduce is not a stranger to you if you've been here. She's not a stranger to many. I've seen her on so many different platforms. I like her because she just keeps it simple. She says it the way it is. No airs around her, in spite of her large, background and stuff that she does. Her name is Beatrice Langariti. She's a doctor. I call her Dr. Beatrice Langariti, psychotherapist. She's a no-nonsense life development coach. Been doing this for about 14 years. She's the founder of Thrive 360, all right? And it's a professional Christian counseling firm, okay? She's a wife. She's very married. Her husband was here with her last time, and now he's not in the country or something. She's a mother of 6. But when you see her, you may think she's in VAC. But she's a mother of 6. And in this session, I want you to turn to your neighbor and say, let's get practical. Because you see, our vision here at Red Sofa is to empower you. We don't want to just have fancy guests or whatever. These things need to make sense. You need to have a take home. There has to be some change, all right? And so, why don't we just put our hands together, Mr. DJ, and let us invite Beatrice Langariti as she comes. Come on, Beatrice. Yeah. Mother of 6, ladies and gentlemen. I better stop her. Come on, show her some love, show her some love, show her some love. Welcome, Beatrice Langariti.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing better than you. What do you
Better
think?
than me.
Yeah. You know, when you called me, I was in the saloon. You said, where are you? I said, I'm coming. I'm on my way. But I was in the saloon.
Did you
and
finish?
Then I told that, please.
Hey.
I didn't finish. So I told the lady to put a rubber band around, and then I stuck a flower. I hope you like it.
Do you like it? You see, this is what I like about her. She was in the salon. She said, oh, why? You just put a rubber band and I go. Life is short. Life is simple. You don't have to stress.
I agree.
So, Beatrice, you're married, 6 children.
Yes.
You're a counselor.
Only 6 children.
Only 6 children. Mm-hmm. The last time you were here, there's a statement you made.
Uh-huh.
How many of you were here the last time? Yeah? We talked about sex. And Beatrice, yeah, I'm even now getting shy. But she said, sex, she fell off the bed. They fall off the bed, what?
Yes.
When I met her after that, she told me she has got so many speaking engagements because of that one line. We had sex
Very
and fell
true.
off the bed. People have been inviting you to speak
I
and
know.
all of that.
Exactly.
Do people just want to fall off their beds or what?
I told you we're amateurs.
We are all amateurs. But anyway, we're not talking about sex today.
Yeah,
before
that was the
I know
product.
you might start. Let's come out.
Okay.
I want us to just jump straight into it. Our theme today is more than this, okay?
Yes.
And in the hustle and bustle of life, you shared with me a story
Right.
of this guy, I think, in the States,
Yes.
who was doing very well, climbing up the corporate ladder, bringing in the dollars until he's diagnosed with cancer.
Right.
And even before the cancer has its toll on him,
Yes.
his office is already clearing his desk. It's already advertising his job and saying, man, sorry, but life has got to move on, And by the time the cancer has its toll on him, his family is nowhere.
Yes.
His children are nowhere because he didn't have time for them.
Right.
And someone said, kids need your presence, not your presents. All right?
Yeah.
And so he was left with you and some Jamaican lady to
Yeah.
take care of him till his death.
True.
What a sad story.
Very sad.
What I want to ask you first is, it's the same sad story that John is painting there. What is your remedy? How can we remedy this situation? How do I make sure I don't end up like that cancer victim, like I don't end up like Michelle or Paul or all the other people he talked about?
Right. Well, I think for me, for starters, is really remembering, in light of the story we're talking about, and the reality is that more money, less family time. Think about it. The more money we want, the less family time we'll have. And also that is not only means less family time, it's also reflected. It has an impact on our bodies, it has an impact on our spiritual lives and our social life, and the story goes on.
But Beatrice, the reverse is true. The more family, the less money. Then how will you take care of the family?
Well, then it boils down to priorities. Now, when we go back to the story of this man, climbed the corporate ladders. He was one of those who very respected. He had everything that you could ever imagine. I was an intern at that time. He was in hospice and dying, and he only had been told he has 3 months to live. And so he talked to me and asked me, I remember, because I was the one constantly visiting him. He hardly had his family coming to me because they're also trying to catch up with the life and to make the life good for themselves.
But he had a wife and children.
Exactly. But they were also catching up because they want to make life happen for themselves. And so he asks me, says, hey, young lady, what kind of car are you driving? And I said, I waited for a minute. I was like, what do you mean? So I went and first shut the door to hear it properly. And so he said, I'm asking you because here I am, I'm going to die. I have 2 cars stuck in my garage. I have a Mercedes, I have this other kind. You'll have to choose which one you want. And I felt very sad for a moment. So I asked him, what about your children? He said they don't want it because they're also making their own money to buy their own things. And later on, fast forward, he died. When he died, no one wanted his stuff. And so they had to give away some of them to charity. Of course, I couldn't take, because ethically we're not allowed to take anything from people who are sick.
You didn't take the car?
No, I didn't take the car, unfortunately. I mean, I still think about it, but ethically, we are not.
Bambi, at least you're honest. Chikuruma.
Yes. I mean,
let's clap for honesty right there. Let's clap for honesty. You're, Bambi. Mm.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but when you die, your thing ceases to be yours. It's somebody somewhere, or it's a group of people who have to make a decision on how your property is going to be used. Whether that goes to charity, like for this man, or it's allocated to other people. That's the reality. And also in my profession, I work with a lot of widows and orphans. And you hear about their stories. They're, maybe for a widow, her husband worked so hard, left all these things, but once he's, gone under, someone else takes over, the powerful come over and find a way of taking the property, and they have nothing and they're kicked out of the land or whatever it is.
You told me how you lost your aunt, and before you went for the burial, they even gave you distributed her clothes. They even gave you one dress.
Yeah. In my...
It's not this one, right?
Oh, no, it's not this one. Yeah,
right,
thank God. When my auntie died, and also it's a very, perhaps, cultural thing, and I thought it was a very interesting. In my culture, when someone dies, the way they mourn is that they have to mourn with something of that person, of the deceased. So they carry their mattress, mourning with a mattress. Carry with, my auntie didn't have so much. She had only, she really, there are those who love women, They love shoes, or they have,
You have to be a strategic mourner.
Yes.
So you cry with the car.
I know. So they would cry, they would get, for her, she really invested in clothes. So they cried over, everyone had something they carried away. Then they ran away with it. And for us, the way we mourn in our culture, by the way, I'm from the East, where the wise women come from.
I'm from the West, where they settled. But, yes.
Yeah. So for us, when we mourn strategically.
Yeah.
Hey. I tell you, when we mourn, it's not like this mourning of real sadness. For us, it's when you start mourning, you first start here, woo, and then the other answer, woo, and then you, woo, and then you say, who, and then you run up to there.
As if asking, what is there?
Exactly. But that is before even you see the dead body. You first run, and then when you finish running, then you go and see the dead body. But first of all, you see the things that she has left. Then you get something. Woo. Yeah. Yes. And then you go out with that thing.
All right. So Beatrice, it's more serious than we're making it seem right now. All right. And stop laughing, Bambi.
Yeah.
Here is the thing. What would like to do today?
Right.
Yeah. Tell your neighbor we want to get practical. And I'm going to ask my ushers just to get ready, so we can get practical. But just before, I know you left formal employment.
Yes.
You've traveled all over the world and all of that. Left formal employment, decided to stay home, raise your kids, do your consultancy, do your Thrive 360.
Right.
Less than a month ago, I saw your Facebook page.
Yes.
The Aga Khan has called you to take over and do, I don't know, all sorts of things. So,
right.
is Joanne's story real, or why do things get tight and after that you say, man, who am I kidding? I think I need to get back into employment. So were you suffering? Were things bad? Why have you gone back?
Well, I have a vision for my own life. My vision is birthed on John 10:10, really to live a full life. And my
Same
vision
as
yes,
so far.
yes, my vision really basically says that life is a gift, and I am a gift to the world. And I live a life that is true to myself, but that is aligned to God's purpose for my life. But my life should reflect thinking out of the box, creativity really, that's what we're talking about, simplicity, abundance, compassion, love, and intentionality. When I'm interacting with people like you and others, I want to inspire them to live a life to the fullest as God intended it in all areas of their lives. When my time comes to go home, I want to leave this world at peace, but with a full heart, knowing that when I was given the opportunity to live, I gave it my best, to the glory of God.
Wow. We're not going to get into any more questions. I'm going to unleash Beatrice on you right now. And do we all have paper and pen? Our ushers are just going to give out some papers. If you have a pen, please help us. We might not have enough pens for all of you. Ushers, let's just do it faster. Just pick one and send real quick. DJ Awo, if you can just take over real quick while everyone gets ready to get some paper and pen. And Beatrice is going to ask you some questions or do a small 5-minute exercise with you. And we're going to find out at the end of the day, are you mediocre? What do you need to change? Hopefully, you're going to have a take-home. So, Beatrice, I don't know if you want to do it from up here or if you want, wherever you're comfortable.
Okay.
If you can give us more on Beatrice's mic or some, yeah.
All right, I didn't fall. That's good. Okay, are you ready? Okay.
We'll give you 1 minute while the DJ just gives you a little mix right there.
Yahweh, oh Yahweh, you are the only one who can save me.
Please make sure you have paper and pen.
That's why I say,
if you don't have it, let's pull out your phone. You can be able to use your phone just to type out a few things we're going to ask you to do. Very quickly, just put your hand up if you don't have paper or pen. All right, good. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, like I've said, we want to make this very, very practical, okay? So, Beatrice, we have to stay here in the light. We have been advised. So,
okay.
You can sit if you like, or you can stand.
Are you
Over to
okay
you.
with me standing? Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to do an exercise that I hope that you'll find very, very interesting. It's great to be able to come here and enjoy and laugh, but, you know, my desire is that you go away with something that you, even after Red Sofa is over, you can reflect in regard to your life. I believe life is a gift from God, and you are a gift to the world, and a gift to God as well, right? So we're going to, you already have your papers? Okay, so can you write, this is 2017, can you write 10 years from now? Right, 2017, 10 years from now is what? 2000, yes, exactly. So just write, make sure you write all those individual years up to 2027.
Line by line, 2017, 2018, 2019, all the way through to 2027. Don't be too generous with our little paper, Bambi.
And also, if you have, create some space, because I'm going to ask you to do something on the sides. All right. How many minutes do you need?
We're done.
You're done? All right. Can you do the age? How old are you now? And how old will you be?
Don't show your neighbor.
Don't show your neighbor. It's our secret.
So your age now at 2017, and just go. 31, 32, 33, 45, 46, 47, whichever age you are.
If you're married, could you also include your spouses? If you have children, include their ages as well.
If you know your spouse's age.
True age. They might know, but maybe not true.
So this is yes, column by column.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
So your age, your spouse's age. If you have children, very quickly, start with the firstborn, the second. If you have 6, really family planning. But anyway, you can do the first and the last if there are many.
Okay. I don't like to rush because it's supposed to be a reflection exercise, but I know that we are constrained by time here. Okay, so let's move on. And maybe on the back, on the other side, turn the paper on the other side. Can you write finances?
Finances.
Can you write God?
God.
Can you write family?
Family.
Can you write career?
Career.
Recreation?
Recreation.
Ideal weight?
Ideal blood of Jesus. Ideal weight.
Diet?
Diet.
Sleep?
Sleep.
Emotions?
Emotions.
Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you happy? Are you anxious? Yeah, we're going to check that.
And last but not least.
And then also your space where you stay. For example, how did you leave your bed this morning? Is it what? It's tidy, right? Okay, so we're going to reflect the whole. What we are trying to do is, let's go back to the age, the years where we started.
PTO.
PTO, yeah, turnover. Could you plot where you think you'll reach your full potential? Put a star on where you think you'll reach your full potential.
At what age or which year?
At what age or which year?
2017, 2018, in those 10 years. Put a star where you think I will have arrived at my full potential. Don't show your neighbor.
Someone is looking at me. I'm wondering whether I don't want to call him out. But okay, so have you done that? Moses is doing very well. Moses, what did you put? You have not yet. You want to reach your full potential. You'll still be going. Okay. All right. How many put next year? Or 5 years from now? 10 years from now? Okay. And how many put today? How many put this year? Pastor, who? Okay. Now the whole point is really, when you see those years, what are you discovering about yourself? What is the truth about that small exercise you've done? Let's start with the age and the years. That what? You're going to be growing older, and that's the reality, right? Okay, now some of you put your potential, you're saying perhaps 5 years from now, 3 years from now. Do you have those years? Are you in control of those years? So why did you put that it's 5 years from that? In the future? Faith, eh? And what about now? No faith, eh? Okay, let's go back to the finances, the other part where we put. Out of 100, assuming your potential is 100%, could you try and give percentage for each of those areas? Yes, let's say finances, out of what percentage? Right now, in terms of your potential. If your potential is 100%, how are you doing financially? At what percentage would you put it this year?
Be sincere, don't try to impress the girl next to you.
Is it at 10%? Is it at 50%? Is it at 40%? I did this exercise with Ronnie. I won't tell you what I found out.
Neither will I. All right, let's do the percentages for each of those. Just score yourself out of 100. How are you doing
for each section?
For each.
Yes.
Not all of them, each. Finances, are you 80, 40, 20? Family. How are you doing as a family man? Score yourself. Recreation, do you rest? Do you go on holiday? Score yourself.
Okay, so when you get home or later over the weekend, since most of us are going to have a long holiday, I hope you can draw a pie chart for all those, like the finances, and you get to have a visual picture of your life. I'm going to invite, as we continue in the mood of reflection, I'm going to invite 2 people to come in front. 2 volunteers, male and female, preferable. Volunteers, quickly.
We might not say your age.
Yes, we won't say your age. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I need a second one. Male, female.
Let her just come, but I wish there was a male. There's the lady over there, Ruta, coming.
Okay.
But a gentleman, a man has to come. Can a man please come?
Yeah.
If there's someone near you in trousers, send him. Okay. There are many people in trousers.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need only one.
All right, one man.
One man, one woman.
Hope you have come with your
much.
results. Please speak your results very quickly.
Okay. You can sit. I'll just get 2 people because of time. One of them will go. But you still want to stay? Okay. But you just, maybe I'll use you later, ask you. Okay, so don't worry, we're not going to read that yet. Yeah, can you come up and join me? But we're going to get them to move. Yeah. Okay, you stay down for now. Okay, now what I want you to do for you, I want you to just walk however you want. Just walk. When you're done, you tell me. Okay. Thank you. I want you to walk and go and touch someone 3 times. Whoever you choose.
This is your chance,
This
brother.
is your moment. Okay, 3 times? Okay, good. Come back. That was a quick one. Now, I want us to reflect together. Can you tell us, you need a microphone, how did you feel moving around?
I didn't know what I was doing, so I felt a bit weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't know what you were doing. Take note. She didn't know what she was doing, so she felt a bit? Okay. Something else, 2.
And I was moving around in circles, so...
Stop there. You're doing what? You're moving around in? Okay. One more thing, do you think?
Well, there was nothing like anything marked out, so I could go either way. There was no direction.
There was no direction. Are you taking note? No direction, moving in circles, and what was the first one? Aimlessly. Thank you. Let's go over there. What about you? What was it for you? Being told to, I gave you a task. How was that experience?
I had a very short time to decide. So.
You had a what?
Very short time to decide.
And I like that. Take note. He had a very short time to what? Yes.
Then I turned around and focused. Then I moved and immediately.
Just stop there for now. He did what? He turned around and did what? And
immediately.
And immediately.
Did the instruction, according to the instruction you gave me, touch somebody 3 times.
Touch somebody 3 times.
Yeah.
How was that?
One, I didn't know what she was going to think about.
Yeah.
But because I had her speak, I got inspired.
Okay.
And I said, this is the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like your thinking. And I appreciate that. Let's clap for them for now. What about you? I mean, we're reflecting on our own lives. And this is something that I want to turn into your own life. Your life is a gift. And to be alive is a gift. We are not alive because we are better than those who have left us. We are alive because it's by God's grace and choice, and He wants us here for a purpose. There are some of us, like her, who are going in circles. And there are some of us, like him, and who, unfortunately, are in the minority, who have a clear sense of vision and understanding of where they should go. Some of you have seen graves. The grave has 3 important events in our lives, or captures events of the deceased. The first one captures the time they were born, and the next one captures the time they died. But then there is a very important one that we tend to miss out, which is actually the most important part, is the dash. You and I, we're living our dash. When the time comes for us to go home, there will be the date when we left home. How are you living your dash? How are you living your dash? Some of you are saying you're waiting to live your potential in the future. You're going through the motions. You're sleepwalking through life. You don't care. You're just going in circles, aimlessly. And is that how you want to thank God for giving? Is that how you show gratitude to your God? Your life, our life here, for me as a Christian, my life always reminds me, every time I wake up, I'm reminded that why I'm here is to live my life to the glory of God. Whichever, it's not by only going to church or being a member of a certain church, but it's through my thoughts, through my physical life, through my spiritual life, through my relationships, and not with only God, but with other people. And so for me, this is a moment for you to reflect. The year is already coming to an end. How have you lived this year? And so that's something I want you to think, even as we think in light of the theme, more than this. Is it really, is your life, are you asking yourself and saying that my life, is there more to my life than the way I'm living? So I want you to stop and reflect, and I hope that the Lord will meet you, and that, like him, you turn around immediately and go to where you're supposed to be. Thank you.
Come on, let's clap for these guys as they go back. Let's also clap for Beatrice Langariti.